My colleague from Georgia talks about how Democrats are trying to make President Zelensky look weak. Well, I tell you, that brings to mind the picture of President Trump and President Zelensky meeting in New York in September at the UN, and a big chair for President Trump, little chair for President Zelensky, big 6'4" President Trump, 5'11" Mr. Zelensky, President Zelensky, and they're standing there, and President Trump is holding court, and he says, "Oh, by the way, no pressure." And you saw President Zelensky shaking his head as if his daughter was downstairs in the basement, duct-taped. I mean, there's an imbalance of power in that relationship. It always has been. And there's no way that the nation of Ukraine can stand up to the power of the United States of America. And President Trump used that unequal bargaining position. He leveraged his power in that relationship, not for the benefit of the United States of America, but for his own benefit. He, again, held President Zelensky over a barrel up there in New York, the same way he did on the telephone call on the 25th of July. And he told him, "Look, I know that you need those javelins, but I need you to do me a favor, or do us a favor." And who was us, by the way? Was it the American people, or was it the Trump campaign and all of those corrupt officials that he aligns himself with, half of whom are in jail or facing charges or facing sentencing? Who was he talking about? Us. It wasn't the American people. It was the Trump organization and the Trump campaign. And that's wrong. It's wrong for the United States president to use his position for himself. It's wrong. And that's what President Trump did, and that's what we're holding him accountable for today. And President Trump pretty much sold out our Constitution for his own personal benefit. We're called upon today with the question of whether or not we're going to sell out our positions, whether or not we're going to be sellouts. I mean, each and every one of us had a career before we came to Congress. I myself was a criminal defense lawyer, and I enjoy my job. I'm honored to represent the biggest client that I've ever represented, and that is the citizens of the 4th Congressional District of Georgia. But I would gladly, to protect the Constitution, give up my job that I love, and I'd go back to Georgia to do what I used to do if I had to pay a heavy price for doing what was right for the Constitution. And that's what my friends on the other side of the aisle are charged with now. I know that there's a lot of fear about them being in Zelensky's position, about them being in that little small chair with the president, with the bully pulpit, the right-wing media, Fox News, everything being on his side, and him levying and leveraging that power against them as they approach their primaries. They don't want to get primaried. I know that that is the desire, but let's not sell out the country for our own desire, which is exactly what we're charged with protecting our country from President Trump doing. Let's not do that. Let's make ourselves look good in the eyes of history,